That's the best part of doing this. It's the creativity and expressing myself and making people feel good. Hi, I'm Lorraine from Designs by Lorraine Flower Shop. Here's my florist here in Millis on 65 Main Street. Why don't we come in and I'll show you a little bit about what I do here in this beautiful Charles River location. It inspires me every day when I come to work. There's something beautiful to see here on the Charles River. I have a full array of fresh flowers. I try and buy product that the supermarkets don't carry, more high-end, top quality flowers. The purple lisianthus look beautiful. They had straw flower, which I love. It's in season now, and it stays like this, so it'll just last like that. It's fresh now, but it dries right in that same shape. The stalk is beautiful, has a nice scent to it. This is green gypsy dianthus, kind of a nice green color. I always carry calla lilies. I try and find the nicest shades available. This is dark blue delphinium, beautiful for a nice summery arrangement. In this side I have roses. These are called Cool Water. It's a purple variety, beautiful open rose. And always carry white because everybody loves white roses. And my basics, Ostromeria, and over here we have hydrangeas, blue, white, and green. I have some pretty snapdragons, which are a nice summer flower, with some blue thistle, which is kind of pretty to add in for that natural look. And of course the Gerber daisies are always a nice bright flower to put in any arrangement. They come in all different colors and shades. This is what I do all day: lift buckets, fill buckets of water, empty buckets of water. So I got in an order for some hydrangeas and yellow Gerber daisies. So if you want to follow me back into my workroom, I'll show you my arrangement. These hydrangeas are not the longest lasting flower, but they are beautiful. If you cut them shorter, they tend to last a little longer in water. Some green ones here, white. See, so when people come in, this is how fast I do it. I could do it in my sleep. I'm pretty much working it in my hand. I'm just twisting and turning. One of these days, when I get some extra time, I might do some design classes here at night and just teach people how to make a quick bunch of flowers in a vase. I think it'd be kind of fun. I've got all the space here. I know a lot of people will buy their mixed bunches at the supermarket because they're there, but you know what? I can make the same bunch here with fresher flowers and teach you how to do it. Look at that. And now my little trick is I'm going to tape it so it all stays together. And find my tape. There we go. I have to tell you one thing. When I started my flower shop, I had limited funds to start the business. I had one pair of scissors, and my uncle gave me some tables, the display tables in my showroom, and the only thing new I bought was my cooler, and went out and bought a cooler. But to think that I came from one pair of scissors to what I have now, it's an accomplishment. And now I'm just going to add a little thistle, a little texture in here. And to think I didn't even go to school for this. I went to school for fashion merchandising. I worked at Saks Fifth Avenue, did my internship there, worked in retail, and then eventually went back to working in a flower shop. I started working at a flower shop when I was 14 years old. When you're young, you don't realize that you're a sponge, and you're learning as you're working. And just by watching everybody else make them, I just kind of got the eye to do it. And I actually worked at a wholesaler too. When I lived in Louisville, Kentucky, I worked for a wholesale rose grower down there where I used to call on all the flower shops in the morning and see what they needed for their deliveries for that day. And I got to see that old other side of the floral business from the wholesale end of it. And they actually had me as their house designer at the wholesaler. The owners used to have these lavish Kentucky Derby parties, and they would ask me to do all the flower arrangements for them. It was kind of nice. So I got a lot of practice when I was working for them. And this is what my customer asked for: hydrangeas and yellow Gerber daisies, something really bright and colorful. There you go. Now, I always want to add something extra because my eye always sees something extra that I can put into it. So I think I'm going to put a few of these little branches just to give it a little more texture. And this is called Curly Willow, just to give it some dimension and some height. And there you go. And you wonder why I like coming to work every day? Look at how pretty this is. If that can't brighten somebody's day, I don't know what can. And they actually smell nice. This little room I have set up so I can photo the arrangements that I make. If someone wants to see what they ordered, I set it up here, set the light up, I take a picture, and I text it to the person so they know what they ordered. And they're happy with it. So that works out really good. A lot of times I'll try doing them outside, but when the weather's not good in the wintertime, I'll set them up here and take a picture and send it to them. So kind of a nice little extra thing that I do so they know what they sent. For my outside pictures, I use this up against the background of my walk-in cooler. I have 4 coolers in the flower shop. This one I primarily use for finished goods. Goes from here to my delivery van. The other 3 in the showroom are just for stock. You know, I just keep my supplies in there and my finished product goes out here. Designs by Lorraine was founded in 1990. I was working at a flower shop, had a bad day at work, and I went up to Medfield Center to get lunch, and I saw a building for rent, and I rented it, and I started my flower shop in Medfield Center. Outgrew the location. I was there 7 years, and I was out on a delivery and went by this location and saw it was for rent. And I moved here 27 years ago. Millis, you know, it's a great community, great location. People accepted me when I moved to the town. It's a great place to do business. This whole area is just wonderful. When I started the flower shop, I was very apprehensive because I had a good job. I was a single mom raising a 5-year-old son. I had a secure job, but I always had this passion that I wanted to be my own boss and do it for myself. And I took the leap of faith and with a little luck, a little help from the community, 35 years later, I'm sitting here talking to you, still in business through COVID, through ups and downs with the economy. And you know what? When you do something good and you have a passion for it and you treat customers well, I think that's what keeps a business going. I'm very blessed and fortunate that I'm still here 35 years later because I love what I do. You know, I usually make my own deliveries, and when I go to the door with a bouquet of flowers and people come to the door, they're usually, you know, happy, enjoyed, and it makes me feel good. You know, it's my way of making somebody's day a little better. And especially with the funeral business as well, I do a lot of funeral work, and I meet with a lot of families in their time of grief. And you know something, it kind of makes me feel good to just give them a little comfort with my flowers. I do a lot of weddings, and as we sit here, I'm looking at one wedding that I did that the bride actually made a little copy, a book for me with all the flowers that I did for her wedding. She was so grateful and happy with what I did that she made this book for me to be able to show my customers. It was a beautiful wedding up in Topsfield, and I thought that was really nice, you know, that they appreciated what I did for them and made me this book. I also have another wedding that I did that they made me this, in fact, I was looking at the date, 8/12 of 22, so 3 years ago, they put this together for me with the flowers that I did for their wedding, which was really pretty. She got orchids, all different color orchids. It was just a beautiful, beautiful affair. And this was just a little thank you that she sent to me. So, you know, that really makes me feel good because, you know, I do put a lot of creativity and a lot of effort into what I do. And, you know, for my customers to appreciate me that way is really nice.